So today on X, I noticed that VXDB, who consistently has good takes and breaks news regularly, posted about how Dread was down, basically. And I pointed out that it wasn't down for me. And that's because I have a secret URL. But for the longest time, Dread had endgame instances up. And this is what prevented DDoS attacks with a CAPTCHA. Two Dread mirrors existed that people knew about. And you can see them here on my site. Back when endgame used to make you do a CAPTCHA, there was a third. This mirror was called the magic mirror. It was something amazing that led to a magical place. And I'm kidding, it didn't lead to anywhere magical. It led to Dread. The only difference was when you used the magic link, you didn't have to deal with the CAPTCHA. And now that they're, basically removed the CAPTCHAs, it's just an extra mirror that only donors actually have and lets you circumvent the CAPTCHA. And during this time of Dread being down, people have still been actually posting on Dread. Lounge is the paid members only spot that typically has nothing going on, but now we can clearly see it does. So even though it's down for everyone else, we can still browse and post. Hugbunter actually posted another downtime announcement today. One Reddit, which to me is kind of unfortunate. I despise Reddit in general. I'd much rather see Hugbunter on X or something. And I have a feeling that might be happening soon, but we'll see. In any case, the post marked the third major outage in 8 months. Previous ones were 22 days ago, 4 months before that, and like 4 months before that, if I'm not mistaken. Among the things that he actually said, some of the most important were, we experienced a minor DOS attack earlier today, but due to the instability of the patches we added recently, we've experienced a crash on the servers that publish our main onion to the network. Everything else is unaffected and Premium Mirror is online and stable. Working on it, but this is likely going to be a few more hours of downtime at a minimum, hopefully not longer. And much worse attacks, if we're being honest, have actually happened in the past. So it's not really any cause for like alarm or worry. The technical explanation, though, kind of raises some questions, like how a minor DOS attack somehow crashed the servers, pushing their main onion, but Premium Mirrors stayed online. I kind of wish you'd expanded on that, but the kind of constant cat and mouse with adversaries and the need for anonymity preserving architecture and the inability to use standard CDNs or cloud services kind of creates compounding technical debt for them. Every patch, workaround, and emergency fix kind of adds another layer of complexity. Hugbunter's been carrying this platform with Paris for almost a decade, like 7 years or something. So the human factor definitely matters here. And he took his first break in a month and the site just kind of went down for hours before he ended up realizing. The real issue, though, isn't the downtime. The thing that's actually important here is none of this, really. It's the upcoming huge update that Hugbunter actually mentioned in there. And I've been hinting at this randomly in social media posts and videos. I've been, trying to tell you guys some of the updates, but I really can't at the end of the day. There will be some major changes that I know personally, and I'm pretty excited about. They're just like simple, stupid fixes either. They're like legit features that will actually strengthen the community. And it's pretty crazy that these two guys for the last 7 years have basically been working on this site virtually continually. And the one thing that I will leak regarding this update is that the release notes are going to be like a full page, if not multiple pages. This excludes bug fixes, which Shiny and Solar have found a ton of. I mean, I have a special video about the actual features coming up in another update. But there's a fourth URL too that Hugbunter told me about today that actually shows the updates as they're done and, bug fixes currently going on. He said that the URL will display the testing version in so many words. And I'm going to annoy him basically until, he lets me film it and speak to you guys about it and show you what some of the updates are. I know that he said that he expects it to come out. I think he said sometime this week, like he's going to have that sometime this week. usually with Hugbunter, those kind of deadlines get pushed back because things happen and kind of, I get it because I run a one-man ship here. Like all my videos, all my editing, all my shooting, all the lighting, the camera work, the recording, all that stuff I do solo. So it's hard. And with him, he's managing an oil tanker basically with him and Barris essentially and a few mods. So it's definitely not, it's not an easy thing to be able to accomplish. In any case, I wanted to make the video because it gave me an opportunity to not only comment on, the site's down, that sucks, for the people that didn't donate, but to also talk about those updates that are happening. And I know we didn't really give you guys too much substance there, but the fact that we have like more than a page, right? I mean, if you think about how many updates that would actually be, it's a lot. And again, like there are massive features that are actually coming from this, not these just kind of singular one-off, oh, we improved the UI and now you can pick your color or some, lame shit like that. And then I'm not saying that's one of them because you do night and day mode now anyways. Anyways, the other thing I want to show you guys is like, this is the actual store, like right here. This is how you would go about actually doing it. You can actually see my thing right here. And like the question is like, well, who cares? What does it do? And you can see here, this is a list of features that actually are available when you do donate. And again, just to kind of hit this point home, if you had donated, you would have access to this. And I like to hit on that now because it's really a great point to make. I think that with sites like this, right, they're all community funded, right? And yes, they do we see them take the money from darknet markets. They advertise darknet markets, which that right there is why Hugbunter would get a case. Like the feds caught him, did smoke him. Yeah, there's a mod on there who thinks it's not illegal and he's a moron. And I have a video coming out about him pretty soon, which I'm pretty excited about. Well, it's going to be long. So anyways, I digress. Side issue. I'm getting sidetracked. I just wanted to shoot this quick video off. This is actually my third time recording this because I've had massive, massive problems for some reason with audio, and it just keeps messing with me. I'm really hoping that this third time it just sounds good and I can put it out and it doesn't mess up on me. In any case, again, I digress. You can tell it's late. I'm like getting sidetracked. Thank you for watching to the end. I'll see you in the next video.